Namaste. So today we will do another round of guided meditation practice, as I've been doing in the past 2-3 sessions, which is available now on YouTube. So today is actually the third guided meditation session where we're doing a full round of guided meditation compared to the previous 8 sessions that I did on YouTube, which is actually on sequential instructions. So these are just practices that you can just listen to and keep on coming back to, as we have done in the past. So these will be just like practices that you can just directly go through. So I won't be giving a lot of initial instructions, but as we go about in the meditation, you can try to do your best to practice, but yet try to keep listening to me. Try to keep your as much attunement as possible with my words. So even though you're not able to directly practice every little thing that I say, just keeping a little attention will help you to focus back and keep you on track. So that is why doing guided meditation in that sense, especially for a lot of them who don't have a lot of practice in meditation, is very beneficial. Um, Particularly if you're being led in a kind of a sequential way, in a specific style where there is a continuity in the practice. Okay, so has the last few days, the first one of the days, I actually spoke about how to just focus on watching the breath. Yesterday also we did something similar, but yesterday was a little different because I asked you to, instead of focusing on the breath itself, to try to focus on the subject, the awareness or the witness that is aware of the breath. So today will be another kind of style where what is called as focusing and resting. So we will do the same practices, but we will take period of rest. But it's not the kind of rest that we are used to. In this kind of resting, you are still aware, but you're not actively focusing the mind on any object. So you just let it be. Another way to think of it is like our breathing happens all the time. So there are parts of time when we are actually breathing, but then there are moments where that breathing stops, like in between the inhalation and exhalation, and in between the exhalation and inhalation. So these are key points to have a view about. What happens in meditation when we take up to meditation is we don't necessarily need to have a philosophical belief about it. In that sense, we don't need to stick to kind of a faith that this is right or that is wrong, as it is done commonly in certain religious or philosophical arenas. In meditation, a lot of it is our own direct experience. So we are trying to invoke and direct the mind towards that, getting the direct insight and direct experience. In order to be able to get to that, we need to at least take some kind of a view. Because if you don't take a certain view, or what is called as drishti, then we can't go ahead with that kind of inquiry or contemplation or focus. So, or what is called as vichara. So that way, we have to start with some view. And so in this meditation, our view is something very simple, like we'll go to focus on something and then we'll rest, focus and rest. And sometimes we don't need to actively focus and rest. We allow that focusing and rest to happen on its own. Okay. So with that, let us begin the meditation. As usual, I like to ask you all to start with an intention, and you can say a prayer also, so that you can fulfill that intention or the purpose or meditation. Sometimes we may not specifically be able to articulate a purpose or an intention. So in that case, you can actually just kind of think that I know that there is some benefit with me meditating, and I want to be able to realize that benefit. So I will do it regularly, I will do it full heartedly. So you can start with some purpose like that for your meditation. And then you ask for some kind of support, blessing from whatever forces or whatever divine that you have faith in. So let us start. Take a couple of minutes to just internalize your purpose on why you want to meditate, and how through meditation that you will try to realize and fulfill that purpose. So we don't need to necessarily have very grand purpose. It can be just as simple as that I want to meditate so that I want to be a calm person or a happy person, or I want to be more focused. Anything like that is good enough. And you can invoke the presence and the blessings of some divine being that you have faith in. We take a When you're ready, you can start with just taking a deep breath and energizing and the whole body by tensing a little bit, and then quickly relax and let go and feel that relaxation. Something like you can feel the dropping of all the tension from the body and the relaxation in your physical body. Again, once more, you can take a deep inhalation, feel the tension in the whole body, and then quickly drop it with a forced exhalation and relax. One more time, take a deep inhalation and tense every part of the body, and then quickly relax, let go. Feel that relaxation. See if you can connect to that feeling. Sometimes these are very subtle things, and so you have to make an effort to connect to it. Realize that the body was tensed a while ago and now it's relaxed. Now we can just similarly scan that whole body, starting from the top of the head. Whatever sensations in the body, you just relax and make peace with that. Let it be whatever it is. There is no need to change the sensation. Starting from the top of the head, the face, the ears, the neck, shoulders, the arms, the fingers, chest, stomach, abdomen, upper back, lower part of the body, legs, calf, and feet. Just relax and feel that the body is also relaxed by you bringing awareness to it. You can visualize like that healing energy flowing through the body from the top of the head to the feet. A light that goes all through the body. Since these are just kind of consciousness or awareness kind of practices, we don't necessarily try to change anything. We don't necessarily try to change the energy in the body. We just try to become aware and use that awareness itself to do whatever healing and changes that it wants to do. So you can Allow, just become aware of the whole body. Whatever sensations, wherever you're feeling in the body, see if you can just allow it to be and mentally rest with whatever is happening in the body. Same thing you can do with the mind. Whatever thoughts, whatever emotions might be coursing in the mind, you just allow it to be without giving it any importance. You just realize that you want to rest with that awareness itself that is aware of the thoughts and emotions. So just relax and be aware. Now, when you're ready, you just bring your awareness to the breathing. Yesterday, we made an effort to shift from the object of that, which is the breathing, to the subjective awareness, which is the witness of the breath. Today, we will just allow that breathing to happen. But consciously, we realize that at every point, the breath is taking a rest. In between the inhalation and exhalation, and in between the exhalation and inhalation, the breath naturally takes a break, a rest. So we just acknowledge that. Now you can gently just stop completely focusing on the breath and see if you can just rest in awareness, becoming aware of the body, becoming aware of any thoughts, becoming aware of any sounds or smell in your environment. But don't allow yourself to get carried away with the mental commentary of whatever you are aware of. Just rest in that awareness itself. The idea here is not to be completely absorbed, nor do we want to get lost. Maintain that balance. Now, once again, you can bring your awareness to either feeling the sensations in the body or to the breath, whatever you feel better connected to. You can use as your support for awareness. The idea, however, is not to completely get lost in what you focus, but to remain aware. It is like as though we need the clouds to be aware of the sky. Because without the clouds, it's hard sometimes to distinguish the sky. Similarly, the background awareness is there all the time. The breathing and the body sensations are like the clouds, which help us to acknowledge this awareness. That awareness is always at rest. but the clouds are always moving. So the breath is always moving, the body sensations are always changing, but that awareness itself remains ever the same. It is untouched by the nature of the breath or the nature of body sensations. See if you can distinguish and separate mentally between them. So use the breath as your support. Watch the breath. So for couple of minutes, we'll just watch the breath. And then we will rest after that in awareness directly. So for a couple of minutes, just focus on the breath. And now just make an effort to rest. If you like to just open your eyes also, that's fine. So just become completely aware and restful. Rest in awareness. Just relax. Allow whatever to come either in your visual field, your field of hearing, your body, mind, but maintain that awareness. Once again, you can just close your eyes and go back to focusing this time just on any sensations in the body. No need to scan actively. Wherever you're having any sensation, you can just become aware. But see if you can switch to becoming aware of that awareness itself rather than focusing on the sensation itself. So if you have any pain in the body, if you focus on that awareness rather than on that pain, then you will slowly realize that the pain will not take all your attention. Similarly, if there's any tingling feeling or warmth feeling in any part of the body, you just switch from becoming aware of that to becoming aware of the awareness itself. Notice that sensations has activity or movement, but the background of that is the rest or gap of awareness. It is there all the time. We just need to recognize it. Now, I like to also suggest one more deeper practice here, which is to also recognize your thoughts and allow it to come and go. It could be any thought, such as I'm feeling restless, or I'm feeling good, or some memory. Allow that thought to come and go, but realize that it is just an activity, like a cloud against the sky. So instead of getting absorbed and lost with that, you switch your awareness, your attention to that awareness that's aware of the thought. If you are able to do it, that's good. If you are not, then you can just go back to watching the breath or whatever you feel comfortable as your object of meditation. So we use anything that comes in our experience as a support for our practice. So whether it is body sensations of any pain or heat or any changes or the breath or the thoughts itself, we can use all of that as support for our practice. So that way everything becomes a meditation. Experience leads us back to a meditative awareness. And soon they all transform and lead us back to that inner purity, that inner awareness, that unconditional love within us. And we can gently drop our attention from all objects and now focus it at the point between the eyebrows or at the point in the chest area, center of the chest area, and bring in a sense of gratitude. You can invoke a feeling of divine presence or the presence of your own inner purity, innate goodness. And from that space, from that zone of pure, unconditional compassion and well being feeling for everyone, we send out a prayer of positive, well wishing attitude to all people so that we ourselves may experience the joy of feeling compassion towards others, feeling happiness for all. We can also say a prayer, a acknowledgement, or a gratitude for anything that you can think of today, so that it may open your heart and open your mind to that unconditional awareness and space, that joy within us. So, always in the practice with gratitude and prayer for others. And we will chant Om one time. You can rub your hands and energize your face if you like. So, thank you, and appreciate those of you who are making an attempt to regularly practice it. Any kind of change or transformation or experience happens when we do it regularly. So I'm glad that some of you are able to join regularly. And if you are able to make that some even a little change or bring in this little awareness even in your daily life, it's even more better. So we just need to remind some subtle aspect or one little aspect from this meditation on a moment to moment basis in our daily life. And then our whole life or day actually gets transformed into a meditative state. So once again, I wish you all health and happiness and well-being, and that you may continue with your practice. And whatever sadhana that you are naturally inclined towards, I wish you also my best in that. Namaste. Om. We will again continue tomorrow also, 7:15, same time, Indian Standard Time.